Hi everyone, I'm going to do a video about PTSD. I'll give like a brief overview about what it is, say some symptoms if you have it, and also how people can get it, and then I'll give like a brief reason for how come I have it. I'm not going to go into detail because it still affects me, and even like just talking about the events, it still affects me. But yeah, I'll say what I really have from what I used to have, and I'll basically put in the description when, like, from the time period of what mine starts from isn't in the minutes. So if people get triggered by it, they can stop watching it. And also, if you just want to watch about mine, then you can go to it. PTSD stands for post-traumatic stress disorder. It's basically if something traumatic has happened to you. It could be from rape, bullying, abuse. People from like the war and military and everything can get it. Because they get traumatized from being there. Incidents like if, for instance, the tsunami isn't just the world disasters and everything. That can happen as well, as in people get it from that. From a loved one dying, and other things. Normally when the incident has took place, within the first month, you can sometimes get like the symptoms of having the PTSD, and it can last with you for months, years. And you basically still have mine, and mine had happened like 2 years ago, but it's not as severe as when it first happened. You basically like can't talk about what happened, just talking about it. You try to change the subject. You try to avoid the place where it happened. You jump scare easily, you get anxious and depressed. You get flashbacks, nightmares of the thing that's happening. You try to like avoid talking about it. I think I just said that. You suffer with it for a while. People from all ages can get it. If you're a child, you'd do bedwetting and have basically same kind of like things as like when you're an adult. From any age though, you have PTSD if something traumatic has happened to you. But when you are a child, and if you keep on having like the trauma and everything, then it might lead you to dissociate, which will be my next video talking about DID. People who get PTSD, it could be anyone, males, females, so it doesn't matter what gender you are. It's just if something traumatic's happened to you, but normally you don't want to talk about it, and it is really really hard to talk about, because then it's basically like you're reliving what's happened. You can get sweaty and get your heart beating faster, because then you're thinking about what's happening. But if you do talk about it, it will eventually help you. So you can talk to like a counsellor or talk to someone who you trust more. Like if people are being getting bullied, they may not want to say that they're getting bullied, but it can still like really affect them. Like they jump scare easily, so like if someone comes up behind them, they're not really sure who it's going to be and they're not expecting anyone, then they can get scared. And even talking about the incident can lead you to have like a panic attack, or you suffer like trying to breathe and everything. Basically with me, when the incident that took place, I'd got raped, and it was basically 2 years ago. I could not walk past the house. I had to walk down the road where it happened, but I could not physically walk past this house. I used to stop and cross the road just to walk past the house and then cross over again. Seeing him led me to have like a mental breakdown. Ended up having really bad nightmares and flashbacks throughout the day about it. I could not talk about what happened. I've only actually told a few people now, but there are more people who I trust. So there's basically only like 3 people I've told. I get sweaty and like beat my heartbeat. When you talk about it, so for instance, I was trying to tell my boyfriend about it because he was trying to help me, but I'm okay about talking about what happened before, but then as soon as like I try to get into the full detail of what's going to happen, I start like stuttering and can't breathe and basically have a panic attack. It still does affect me, but since I've spoke about it and tried to basically get it off my chest, it does actually help. I basically suffered really bad, as in I used to have the nightmares every night. I used to have like flashbacks nearly all the time. When I used to see the guy, I used to break down, and now I'm not as bad. I like now if I'm walking down the road, it's in where he is, I can actually walk past his house, and yeah, I do tense up, but it's not like basically how I used to be, like having to cross over and then cross back. I also do have nightmares still, but it's just not as frequent. It's just more like if I think about it. You may not want to talk about it to anyone, or you just want to keep it bottled up, but believe me, if you do tell someone, and even if you break down and cry and physically can't say, eventually within time it will help. I still suffer with it, but that's because like I still break down and cry when I'm talking about it, but I've tried to come to terms with it about what had happened. I know like that it really isn't my fault that it had happened, but if you do get the PTSD, it's not your fault. If you was getting bullied, it's not your fault. If you got raped, it's not your fault. You know, it's really hard, but you will eventually like be able to overcome having the PTSD. Yes, I still jump, you know, like when I'm in work and I normally like listening to music or something, and people come up behind me which I'm not expecting them to. So when I turn around, I jump, and then they're always like a very jumpy person. It's because they don't really know that I have the PTSD. If I see the guy, yeah, I still kind of get sweaty and heart pounding, but it's not as bad as it used to be. So you can overcome it. I used to be really bad, as in with mine, but you know, after 2 years, it's not as bad, and that's only because like I tried to talk about it. I still don't like talking about it, but it is a lot more better to talk about to people. So you will overcome it, and I hope that like this video is informative or sorry, informative. I can't even say that word. Oh well. Hopefully it gave you some information. And you will overcome it. If you just wanted to watch this video to see if you can overcome, then you know you will. You know, you can talk to a counsellor, if you're in school, talk to a teacher. If you're an adult like I am, just talk to a friend or talk to your partner or talk to someone who you really trust. If you got raped or sexually abused and you're with a partner, you know, you can talk to them about it. They're with you, they're meant to know about you. So if you're going to make love and then you can't do it, you know, then they'll be thinking, is it because of them? But if you're honest and tell them why, they'll be able to help. And to the people who are basically with someone who's got PTSD, you know, just try and help them get through it. Just listen to them, you know, and try to make them feel a lot more better. Because I told my boyfriend, and he's always understanding about it now. He didn't really know, but he's always there helping me. So try and do the same for your significant other if they suffer with PTSD. It is difficult, as in to be with someone who's got it, but you know, you're with them and they will get through it if you're understanding and help them. And you know, hope this video is okay and gave you some information. Bye.